Hi, this is Tidra. It is February 29th, 2012, and today I'm going to try to show you the third clue in the Waverly Bernat 2012 Mystery Crochet Along. I'm going to do this demonstration using my contrast color C, which is Sundrift, which it's kind of a creamy color. I don't know if you can see that real well. But so I'm gonna do this, and I'm probably not going to show you the entire thing. I'll probably just show you how I do each section, but not show you the full pattern the whole way around the round. Simply because it's a larger piece than the first clue was, and it would just take too long. So we're going to give that a go. So I'm going to move the camera. Okay, as I said, I'm using the Waverly for Bernat yarn, and the color is, don't know if you can see that, Sundrift. Okay, and once again using a size H or 5 millimeters crochet hook. Okay, we're going to just make our initial hoop so that we can start. Okay, the first set of instructions says that we're going to, chain 4, and if you recall, that's just wrapping the yarn, yarning over, and pulling it through your initial space. We're going to do that 4 times. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So we now have 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to use a slip stitch to join those into a ring, which we take the hook, we place it into the very first chain that we did, yarn over, pull that through both the chain and the loop on the hook. So now we have just a tiny, tiny little circle. Okay, so the first round is going to be chain 3 and then do 11 double crochets in this ring. And then we'll join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 so that we end up with 12 double crochets. Okay, so we're going to chain 3, yarn over, pull through, that's 1, yarn over, pull through, that's 2, yarn over, pull through, that's 3. Okay, and just a reminder of what a double crochet is. We yarn over, and then we're working in the circle, so we're going to put our hook through the hole, yarn over in the back, and pull it through. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over and draw that through the first 2 loops on the hook. So now we have just 2 loops on the hook. Then we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to yarn over and then pull it through the 2 loops on the hook. That's double crochet. Okay, so that was the first one. We're going to do it 11 more times in the same space. Two, 3, 4, 4, okay, so this is what you end up with after you do the first round. Okay, you end up with a small circle that consists of 12 double crochets. Okay, for round 2, we're going to chain 3 to get our height, and that's going to count as our first double crochet. So 1, 2, yarn over, pull through, 3. Okay, in this round we're going to work in the back loops only. So instead of working through 2 loops like this, where you can see you have 2 loops on there, we're going to work through just the back loop. So there'll only be 1. Okay, and in this we're going to do, so we yarn over, we find our back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through. Okay, now we're going to do 2 double crochets around in each double crochet so that we end up with 24 double crochets. Okay, and we're working, like I said, in the back loop. So we're going to go into the back loop of this stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through once, yarn over, pull through twice. And then when we do it again, we're going to go back into that very same stitch in the back loop. So that now we have two double crochets in the same stitch. And basically what we're doing is we're doubling the number of double crochets. So we're doing 2 in each of 12 back loops. Okay, so yarn over, go into the back loop only, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over again, pull it through the first 2 loops, 2 loops left, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, then yarn over, put your hook right back in that same space, yarn over and pull through so that you have 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull it through the first 2, 2 left, yarn over, pull it through the last 2, and do that continuing around. Same stitch, back loop only, okay, this is what you end up with after you've completed round 2. What you'll notice is by working in the back loop, we've got this nice little ridge that goes around here. That's created by working in the back loop only. So it creates a nice nice effect when you do that. Okay, the third round, it's going to be worked in both loops. Okay, so this next round we're going to work in both loops. Okay, we're going to chain one, and then working in both loops we're going to do a single crochet in the same space as the last slip stitch. I find difficult and a little bit confusing is when they say to do it in the same spot as the slip stitch. I sometimes have trouble determining whether they want it. I think it's here. This is something that someone that's crocheted for a really long time probably has no trouble with at all. But it's been a while since I crocheted. So some of this stuff still kind of, I have to do it and then redo it till I get what I think is what they meant. Okay, so that was a single crochet in the same spot as the last slip stitch. See, our slip stitch was here to join the two rings together. We did the single crochet in that same spot. Okay, now we're going to chain 7. So yarn over, pull through 7 times. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chains. Do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Okay, this is the first chain right here. This is the second one. So we're going to do a single crochet in that one. Okay. Then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next space. So a half double crochet, you yarn over, place your hook in the space, yarn over again and pull it through. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Now what distinguishes a half double crochet from a double crochet, if you remember on a double crochet we would yarn over, pull the yarn through 2 hoops on the hook, then yarn over again and pull it through the last 2 on the hook. For a half double crochet you yarn over at this point, and instead of pulling it through just 2, you pull it through all 3. Makes a slightly shorter stitch, halfway between a single and a double crochet. Okay. Next we're going to make a double crochet in each of the next 4 chains. So yarn over into the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through the last 2. Okay, and we're going to make 3 more of those. And we're working into this chain that we just made, the chain 7. Now this was a little bit different for me. I'd never done this before, where I chained and then immediately worked into that chain. Here's our 3rd stitch. Okay, and then here's our 4th stitch into the chain. This is the first chain that we did, because you remember we worked our first single crochet in the second chain of the 7 chains that we did. Okay, so that's the 4th. So we had a single crochet, a half double crochet, and 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's a point. So now we're going to skip the next 2 double crochets in our round. We're going to skip them, and we're going to do a single crochet in the 3rd one. So we skipped 2, and in the very next one we do a single crochet. And see, that gives us a point. See how we have a point there, which we'll be working with in the next round. Okay. And we're going to do that all the way around. So now we're going to chain 7 again. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And remember, when you're doing this, that you always want to try and keep your tension the same so that you end up with the same size stitches. Okay, and again we're going to do a single crochet in the second stitch from the hook. Okay, so we have the first stitch and then the second stitch. So we're going to single crochet in that one. We put the hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through so that we have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull it through both loops. That's the single crochet. Next we do the half double crochet. We yarn over first, put it in the very next stitch, yarn over and pull that through. So now we have 3 loops on our hook, and because it's a half double crochet, we're going to yarn over and pull it through all 3 hoops, leaving 1 on the hook. And then 4 double crochets. So we yarn over, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, only pull through 2 hoops, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 hoops for the first double crochet. I'll do that 3 more times. For the third, a 4, so pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, now we have 3. We're going to do 1 more. So yarn over, hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through 2 of the hoops, yarn over, pull it through the last 2. And remember, we finished this by skipping 2 double crochets. So we skip this one and this one, and we do a single crochet in that third one. Yarn over, pull through the 2. And now we have 2 points. And we're going to do that around. So this is what we end up with after we've done that same pattern the whole way around. We end up with 8 points, 5, 6, 7, 8, around that we're going to work on in the 4th round. So this is the end of round 3 of the 3rd clue. So your first round was that inner circle. Second round was double crochets around for your second circle. And then the 3rd round are these points, which were done by chaining 7 and then working stitches into the chain before hooking it back to the original round. Okay, so for round 4, this is another part that was new to me. Shh, Caesar, hush. Okay, we're going to chain 1, then we're going to do a single crochet in the same space as the last slip stitch, single crochet. Okay, now we're going to be working into the remaining loops of the chain. These are the loops that were left over when we worked our stitches back into the chain. So those are what we're going to work on from this side. Okay, we're going to miss the next chain, which is this one. And we're going to do a single crochet in the next chain. So we're going to miss this one and do a single crochet in this one. So basically we skipped one and then did a single crochet. And then we're going to chain one. Then we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to skip this next one and go into the next one and do a single crochet. Then we're going to miss the next one again. We need to chain one. Okay, chain one. Miss the next one and do a single crochet in the next chain. So skipping this one and doing one here. Now we're going to chain 3. One, 2, 3. And now we're going to be working on the opposite side of that point, and we're going to do a single crochet in the single crochet that we did originally down this side. So we're going to do a single crochet right there in the single crochet. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip the half double crochet, and we're going to do a single crochet in the next double crochet. So we're going to skip the next stitch, which was the half double crochet, and we're going to do a single crochet in the double crochet. And then we're going to chain 1. Going to miss the next double crochet and do a single crochet in the one after it. So we're going to skip the next one, do a single crochet in the one after. Okay, then we're going to make a single crochet in the next double crochet. Actually, we're going to miss the very next one and do it in the next one. So it's the one right here at the base of the point. Okay, so we end up with this. Pretty much what we've done is we've kind of rounded this point. See here, they're kind of pointy. And now we've worked a stitch along, basically doing a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet around the edge. So that now we have a rounded point. And at the end we did a chain 3 to get the rounded effect. And we're going to do this same pattern the whole way around. Okay. So again, we're going to skip the first chain that we did and do a single crochet in the second one. So we're working the next point. Then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to skip 1 and do it in the next one. Again, doing a single crochet and then chain 1. We're going to do that one more time, skip, and then single crochet in the last. And now we're going to chain 3 to get that turning point of the tip. 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to do a single crochet in the single crochet. And we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip the half double crochet and do a single crochet in the first double crochet. Again, we're going to chain 1, skip a double crochet, do it in the next one, and then this last one, we're simply going to skip the next double crochet and do a single here. So the only difference at that very last one is you don't do a chain 1. Okay, so now we have 2 that have been rounded. And we're going to continue to work that the whole way around. So we skip the first stitch and we do a single crochet in the second. Then we do a chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet in the next. Then we do our chain 3 for the tip of our new curved point, and then we do a single crochet in the single crochet that we did to form the point originally. And we're going to do a chain 1, and then we're going to skip the half double crochet, which is the next stitch, and do a single crochet in the first double crochet. Chain 1, skip the next double crochet, so we're skipping this one, going into the next one, doing a single crochet. And then here's where we don't do the chain 1. We simply skip the double crochet and do a single crochet down at the bottom there. And now we have 3 completed. And we're just going to work our way around doing that same exact thing. Okay, so the end of round 4 calls for you to fasten off your rounds. So we just pulled the thread through to fasten it off, and that'll be worked into the back later. So that is what it's going to look like at the end of round 4. Your initial circle, round 1, round 2, then round 3 is your creating of your points, and then round 4 is curving them out. And you have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is the end of the first 4 of 7 rounds for clue 3 of the Bernat 2012 crochet along. I'll do the next 3 rounds in a moment. Okay, for round 5, we are to join the yarn to the tip in the chain 3 space of any of the points that we'd like. So just you pick one at random and you use a slip stitch to join your yarn. So we just pull it up through to do our slip stitch. Okay, then we're going to chain 1, which is just yarning over and pulling through. Then in the same space, we're going to do a single crochet. So we're going to go down into the space, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and pull it through the 2 loops. Chain 3, so over and through, over and through, over and through, and then one more single crochet in that same space. So in that first space what we have is we have a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in this space right here. Okay, next we're going to chain 1, then we're going to do a double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Okay, and this is the space that we created in the prior round. Okay, so for a double crochet we're going to yarn over, and we're not going to go into the first single crochet here. We're going to go into the space that we created between them with our chain 1 and do a single crochet there. I mean a double crochet there. Sorry. Okay, then we're going to chain 1 again. Okay, now this next part is something new I had never done before, and this is called a triple together. It's where you take 2 triple stitches and you work them kind of at the same time until that they come together in the middle. So the directions are to yarn over twice, which is what you would normally do with a triple crochet, and then we're going to draw a loop up through the next chain 1 space. Okay, so we go around, draw a loop up through. Then we're going to yarn over again, and we're going to draw it up through 2 of the loops on the hook, and then we're going to yarn over again and draw it through another 2 loops on the hook. Okay, now that's the first part. See, that's the first part of the triple crochet, but we haven't done the last step in the triple crochet, which would have been to yarn over and pull that through the next hoop. Instead of doing that, we're going to start the second triple crochet that we're going to join together. So we're going to yarn over twice, and then we put it in the next chain 1 space, which is actually on the next side over is where we have our next chain 1 space. So we're going to go in here and pull up and do the same thing. We're going to yarn over, pull it through 2, yarn over, pull it through 2. Okay, now we're at the same spot as we were on the other one. Okay, and now we have three loops on our crochet hook. So to finish out the yarn together, we're going to yarn over one more time, and we're going to draw it through all 3 loops that are on the hook. You see how it's pulled those 2 together in the center, that's the yarn together. Okay, then we're going to chain 1 and do a double crochet in the next chain 1 space. And then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do our end cap part in this chain 3 space, which is the single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. So we're going to single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in that same space. And that's now the top of that second tip. And then we're going to do that same process the whole way around. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, do a double crochet in the next chain 1 space, there's our double crochet, and then we're going to start our yarn, triple 2 together. First we're going to do our chain 1. No, there is no chain 1 there. Is there? Yes, there is. Chain 1 there. Okay, so we did our chain 1. Now we're going to yarn over twice, go into the chain 1 space, draw the loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then stop at that point and start the next one. So yarn over twice, go into the chain 1 space, pull a loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through the last 3 on the hook. And then we're going to chain 1 and do a double crochet in the chain 1 space. And we just follow that same pattern the whole way around. So to finish up this side, we do a chain 1 and our end section, which is the single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and another single crochet. And it's just the same pattern the rest of the way around. And you'll see what you're doing here is you're making this little V section here when you do that triple together stitch. Okay, so when you finish working it the whole way around, what you end up with is this, which you get an outer ring around your rounded points, and between each one is this kind of V that comes together where you join the 2 stitches together, and that's the end of round 5. Now for round 6, what we're going to do is we're going to pick back up some yarn out, and we're going to do a slip stitch in the first chain 3 space. So we're just going to do a slip stitch here. And remember, a slip stitch, we don't yarn over or anything. We just put it through the area where we're doing, in this case the chain 3 space, yarn over, pull it through and up through the loop on the hook. That's our slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain. Now 6 chains is going to count as 1 double crochet and a chain 3. Okay, next we're going to do 1 double crochet in the same chain 3 space. So in the same chain 3 space that we just did that, we're going to do a double crochet. Go through 2, yarn over, go through the other 2. Okay, now the rest of the way around, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. We do that 4 times. Okay, so let's move on. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to do 2 double crochets in this next chain 1 space. So here's 1, and we're going to go right back into that same space to do the second one. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the next chain 1 space, which is right here, and do 2 in that. So we're going to yarn over, put our hook through the space, pull a piece of yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's the first one for that space. Then we do a second one in that exact same space. Okay, see how we have 2 double crochets in this first space, and now we've got 2 double crochets in this next space. Okay, that's 2 of the 4 times, so we're going to do that 2 more times. So we come into the next space, do 2 there. Okay, that's the 3rd time, and now the 4th time. Same thing in the next chain 1 space. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 2 in each of the next chain 1 spaces. Next we're going to do 1 double crochet, chain 3, and another double crochet in the end chain 3 piece space here of the next top. Okay, so we're going to do a double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and another double crochet right in the same space that we just did that last one in. And this is the point of that next round. Okay, and that's the pattern that we're going to work the whole way across. Okay, is the top of each point will have a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and in between the points there will be 4 sets of 2 double crochets in each chain 1 space. So that's what we're going to work across. We'll do 1 more, and then I'll show you the finished round. Okay, so we do 2 in the chain 1 space, do 2 in the next chain 1 space, okay, this third one I'm going to do a little slower so you can see what I'm doing. I'm yarning over for the beginning of the double crochet, going into the chain 1 space, yarning over again, pulling the loop through, yarning over, going through 2 of the loops on the hook, leaving 2, yarning over, going through the last 2. Then I do that exact same process in the exact same space for the second double crochet. Okay, so that's 2. That's the third set of 2. We've got one more chain, one space, and one more set of 2 to do. Okay, we'll do one more end piece for you to see. We do a double crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another double crochet in that same chain 3 space. And we'll continue that around all the way to the other. Okay, this is what we end up with after round 6. I just completed that same pattern the whole way. What you end up with is your end piece is a double crochet, chain 3 double crochet, and then there are 8 double crochets around each side. So that is how it looks after round 6. Okay, this next round is the last round for this clue. Once you do this last round, you actually do 4 in this color and 2 in your main color. Okay, so this last round, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet in the chain 3 space. Again, this is the top of one of your spikes that you had earlier. So we're going to do double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another double crochet in that same chain 3 space. Okay, so that's going to be the top of that point. Okay, now we're going to do 1 double crochet in each double crochet across till we get to the next chain 3 space, where we're going to do the same thing over again, where we're going to do a double crochet, 3 chains, and another double crochet. Okay, so we're going to do in each one across. Okay, so we're going to do a double crochet, and we're going to start right here in this first one. And we're going to do 1 in each stitch the whole way across. Okay, so we're taking the hook, we're placing it in the double crochet, yarning over and pulling the yarn through. Well, needed to yarn over first, didn't I, if I'm doing a double crochet. Yarn over, put it through the double crochet, yarn over and pull a loop through. You have 3 on the hook. Yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through. And we're doing that the whole way across. yarn over, through the stitch, yarn over, pull the loop through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. Okay, we've got 2 more to do. We'll do 1, and then the last one. And now we've reached the end cap, so we're going to do in this chain 3 space, double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another double crochet in that same chain 3 space. Okay, and you follow that same pattern the whole way around, and then you join with a slip stitch to your first chain 3. And then what you end up with is the completed motif for this week's clue. And it measures 11 inches from one side to the other side, which is the same same measurement as the motifs from the second week clue, 11 inches. Okay, so each peak goes to 11 inches. And that's all there is to the third clue for the third week of the 2012 Bernat Mystery Crochet Along. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and don't forget to breathe. Bye.